Everybody, welcome back. Well, I said I wasn't going to start another kit until I finished the 36, but I have a really good excuse. Since my friend Tim came by and he instructed me on how to do a rear or a chassis or the rear of the chassis, I don't have the right size styrene, so I had to order the styrene. And if I waited for the styrene to get here, I got it through eBay. I don't know, it'd probably take 4 to 5 days for it to get here. I didn't want to have another long span in between videos. And plus, when I got the styrene, I still wouldn't have a video for it because I'd still have to make the chassis. So I said, oh well, I'll just do this and I'm going to finish the 36. But looking at my stash, thought I'd do something a little box stock since I really was going a little too wild on the other car, the 36. But anyway, my friend Benny Johnson gave me this kit some time back. Or I think I had another one. I think this is the one Benny gave me. I think I have 2 of them. But anyway, regardless of the fact, Benny did give me one. This is probably it. It's a 1989 edition model kit of the Nissan Fairlady 300 ZX Turbo. I always thought these were cool. If I'm not mistaken, these cars had a rear steer. Didn't steer much, but I'm pretty sure they had rear steer. And I wonder, I don't know when I look at the chassis and all if it's got anything like that. Because I was an alignment technician back in the late 90s for Sears. And I remember one of these came in one time and it had, I believe it was a rear steering mechanism in the back. But regardless of the fact, I don't know if it did or not. I thought it did. This is right-hand drive, but the box says that it comes with either side. I did open the box and look, I hadn't opened any bags, but it's got, I'm going to make it the American style. But very cool car. This was one of my favorite cars on Gran Turismo. I don't know what, it was probably like PlayStation 2 or something like that. There was a Fairlady Z race car and I always thought it was cool. But anyway, it's Nissan. It's a fast car. They were cool. This one is turbo. So anyway, let's get it open to check it out. So I haven't opened anything up. I've just looked through here. Everything is beautiful. From 1989, the decals look really nice. So, like your instrument cluster decals. I wonder why there's 2 different ones. Because Attack is on the same side. I don't know. There's 2 different instrument panels. But, yep, got the California license plates and some other badging. And I hope these are still good. And it's a Tamiya kit, so they're going to just be excellent. As far as I know. I've not built too many Tamiya kits. Oh, that was already opened. Now it's double opened. I've built a few. I can't even think of which ones are Tamiya kits right now that I've built. Good question, Matthew. Why did I build this Tamiya? Oh, the Volkswagen Beetle. Built that. Here's the rear treads for it. It's very nice tires. They've always had really nice tires. Gotta love the sound of opening up model bags. Oh, these are stapled, so I don't have to have an exact clip. Doesn't look like the pillars are crushed or anything. I was noticing something. And my friend Craig over at Craig's Corner just built a Mercury Cougar. And on the Mercury Cougar is something like this. See that black line goes all the way through by the windshield and over by the sunroof. It's raised. By looking at the picture, I knew this was going to have that. On this body, there is the line right here. Can you see it right all the way down? That'll need to be painted black, possibly. I don't know. We'll see. If it becomes super difficult, it might just be body color, but we'll see. But anyway, let's check this body out, make sure everything looks good. Now, if the windshield wiper's on the same side, if it's, yeah, I think they would be. I don't think they would swap the sides of the windshield wipers for a Japanese car versus a American car. Anyway, the body looks nice. I don't see any like real distinct mold lines or anything. Very nice. There is a bug flying around. See? You want to see something else? No more. Dang, he flew off. How do you like that? All right, get out of here. I gave you one chance. All right. Let's see what's in the big bag. I want to see the rear, see if it's got that rear steer. Let me go again with a knife trying to open it. Looks like it's got all that many parts. There's your wheels, and I always see people pre-mount the tires on the wheels while they're still on the tree. All right, so I had to pause the video there. I got interrupted. Sorry. By Heather and the dog. I don't know if y'all have ever met the dog. Let's see. Millie. 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 Millie, come sit. Sit. This is Millie. She's a what is she? Labradoodle and a sheepdoodle mix. She's about, how old is she now?
She's 10 months.
10 months old. She's a good sized dog. Millie, sit.
Sit.
She's a good dog though. She's smart.
So good.
She's wild right now though. She wants to go run. Anytime you let her outside, because she stays inside, boy does she take off.
Yeah, she's ready to run.
And then there's Heather. She said, "Can I be in your video?"
No, I didn't. What's your video on?
It's this car right here. I'm still videoing actually.
Oh, okay.
All right.
All right. See you later. I'll leave.
Are you? You don't have to. You can stay in here. Sit down. Just sit down.
Okay.
It's no problem at all. All right. So I got the tire mounted up there. That's gonna look nice. And okay, so the steering or the rear of the, I don't know if it's got steering or not, at least on this model kit, but anyway, that's nice. This is really going to be a nice car. And here are the two dashboards. So that's really cool that it comes with either side. Honestly, I don't know if there's very many that do that. I've got some foreign kits that it's on once the right side, but I never saw it being on both. All right, there's your brakes, shocks, there's your front end, and there's your interior tub.
Get down.
Yeah, this thing's nice.
Get down. Get down.
And the hold on. Was that the rear? Yeah. Okay, let's see. I gotta look at the instructions. I want to figure that rear steer thing out, but that looks like that goes in the front. For the front,
These instructions.
yeah, open it up. See if you can find the suspension part for the rear.
Sure, no problem.
Yeah. Go open it on up.
Okay.
Okay. I was right. Okay, check this out. I'm talking to them.
I know.
Okay. Let me see it one more time. Open it. So.
Is it right here?
Right here. All right, so this is the rear. You see that steering mechanism here? That is on the. This is the rear suspension, not the front. It would make you think it is because they're steering. You see this little deal here? I think that's just like I don't know if it's a hydraulic steering mechanism, and I don't think they moved, well, they couldn't move too much, I don't think, but I am just about positive that this thing had rear steering. If I read that long thing here, it might say something about it.
I'm leaving, bye.
All right.
Crazy.
Okay, all right, bye. Anyway, yep, I think it's got rear steer. All right, so back to there's your engine. It would be a V6. Not like the Supra would have an inline six. And I guess the Supra would somewhat be the competition car to this. Toyota Supra, Nissan 300ZX. I always preferred the Nissan. Thought it was cool. Speaking of Nissan, get this. So Ruthie got a 2013 Infiniti, G37. So it's a 4-door car. It's like a 4-door sports car. And I think it's the same engine that the 370 would have had in it or something like that. It's like a 300 horsepower, naturally aspirated V6. It's got twin air intakes, one off each side, and I knew it was probably pretty fast, but I changed the oil in it the other night, and I thought I would just take her down the road with nobody else in it. I've driven it with 4 people in it, and it was fast, but it's an automatic. But I was by myself, and I pulled out onto the road. The tires were dirty because our driveway is dirt, and I stomped. I know it was going to spin. I just didn't know it was going to spin like it did, and as far as it did. And then I went down to the nearest turnaround. I hope no police officers are listening to this, but they didn't see me do it. I could just be exaggerated. Turned around, and as I'm turning around in the 4-lane, no cars. It was probably 8:30, 9 o'clock. It was about 8 maybe. I hit that thing. Good grief! You could drift that car. It would be no problem at all because I did a mini drift. And I've been around the block, right? I've done that crazy stuff on dirt because I've never had anything with enough power on asphalt to do it. But my word, that thing will scream. I am not lying. I had to turn the traction control off. I don't know if I said that or not, but anyway, good grief. I'm glad it's got traction control when she's driving it. Not that she has to lay into it like that, but it will get out from under you. But anyway, fast car. And I think it's 3.7 liters, the Infiniti G37. I think that's what the 37 stands for, 3.7 liter. Whoa, that thing will go. Rear wheel drive, which is neat, because there ain't too many cars that are rear wheel drive. All right, anyway, back to this car. So that's your front end. There's your rear diff and all that stuff. And Ruthie's rear end actually looks a lot like that. I looked under there. Rest of the engine parts, there's your exhaust. And I think on her car it goes from duals into, it does this X looking deal too up under her car. Man, Matthew, you're really infatuated about that car. It's pretty cool, honestly. It is. Anyway, there's the valve covers right there. So this is going to be pretty cool. I wish it said something about it says, no, sophisticated 4-wheel independent multi-link suspension system ensures predictable, stable behavior at all speeds. Yeah, it probably don't say anything about that. But I wonder if it's still the same basic engine as what she's got. Probably not, being this is 1989. I'm sure they've updated how the engine is, but she does have the dual air intakes like that. Obviously hers isn't turbocharged, but they're something like that. They're a little different. But yeah. Now I'm thinking what color to paint it. And I'm really original when it comes to paint colors and stuff on cars. I really like red. I think red would be a really nice color. I really do. I mean, I think my favorite color is orange, but that just doesn't go with everything. But red pretty much goes with everything. Red and black. I think those are two colors that any car could be painted and that'd look good in. And I don't want a metallic. There's certain cars that, hot rods and things like that, but metallics are great. But a car like this, I would just think, just a red. And I have quite a few different reds. In fact, they're right here. I've got bright red, which is the color I painted the 1940. Ooh, that would look good. 40 Ford. Got high performance red, which, that's pretty fitting. That's pretty high performance. I've got race red. Oh, there's a nice one. Viper red. I bet that would look good. That is really nice. Obviously, they need to be shaken. Bad. Then I have just red. And then this is a nice one. I painted a car with this before. Guards red. That is a really nice color. Like Guards red. Then I have Ferrari red, which I wouldn't think that would be the color I would want to paint this. This is obviously Ferrari red. I got Chevy engine red. I got dark red. And I got, oh, this is another good one that I've painted one before. Rangoon red. That's a nice one. I think that's a Ford color. I think it's an old Ford color. Got that one. Also have, oh, Maserati red. Maserati red. I don't know. That would be nice. It's got a little, almost looks like a hint of oranges to it. That might be the ticket right there. Oh, and there's another one. I have a Matador red. That one looked good too. It's got a little, almost has a hint of orange in it. And I don't think I said this one already, but flame red, which is orange. I think that's a Chevrolet color, flame red. Oh, and poppy red, which is also an orange color. I think poppy red is a Ford color. That looks like it exhausts my red selection. Guards. I got Ford engine red, and I got velvet red, but the velvet is a metallic. I love that velvet red, but that's a metallic. And I want to go with a just a no metallic paint. But this will be fun. I guess I'll just end this video here. Then after this, what I do is most of the time don't do nothing. Or as far as building, I'll take everything that's identifiable. If there's something that I don't know what the heck it is, and maybe there's two of them, and they've got a different number, but you know a different number means maybe if there's two, they're gonna be like a right and a left, and you can't tell them apart. Basically, I'll leave them on the tree until I'm ready. I won't paint it on the tree, but I'll take everything off. Okay, for instance, here's one. You see this thing right here? What the heck is that? The 2 and 3? Unless you can identify them on the if they're an obvious left and right, I would take them off. But if they're not, I'll leave them on there until I'm ready, or I'll just cut it off right there, and it just have the 2 and the 3 attached to it. There's another one, the little spindles right there. So those kind of things I will leave. Valve cover, no problem. One of them's got a breather, one or a cap. One of them doesn't. But I cut everything off so I can clean everything up. Everything I cut off, and I'll just go to cleaning and then priming and then painting. Test fitting. I do always test fit, like the body to the. Matter of fact, while you're here, I'll grab my nippers and we'll test fit the body to the chassis. So we'll take and nip off the chassis here, and we'll see how this thing fits. To the body at least. Because it's got pins. Check that out. See that? And see in the front down there? Right there. It's also got little things in the back. I don't know if you go front first. You would just about have to. So they're going to be cleaned up a little bit. No, maybe you do back first. Because you wouldn't be able to get the back over that. So it looks like the back has to go in first. And then you would just, well, it'll also have the interior on it, so it would hold it in place. Yep, you just pop it in there. Look at that. Uh-oh, that's not all the way because that's, maybe that goes above there. No, that still isn't enough. Where does that go? Oh, there it is. There is a little slot back there where it fits. Okay, perfect. Up front, though, you can see the holes or something need to be cleaned out because it's not going as far up as it's supposed to. I think it's supposed to. I can just shorten those pegs a little bit. But anyway, yeah, that's going to look nice. Cool, man. Got nice wheels, too. They've always had like the best looking chrome. Well, you know what? It's not. It's like aluminum, so that looks perfect. Take a little black wash, go in those lug nuts. And yeah, very nice. Thank you, Benny. I really appreciate that. And this is going to be fun. I don't think it's going to take all that long. Wonder if I could have it done before my styrene got here. Probably not. Don't get overzealous, Matthew. But anyway, I don't know if these are, I'm trying to figure out if these may be hood hinges. Let me see if I can look on the instructions. Part 2 and Part 3. Let's see here what they are. I don't think it's got hood hinges. Two and 3. Ain't nothing to do with the interior. Nothing to do with the headlights. Yet the rear goes in first. Oh, you see where all the black masked off is? That's all supposed to be black. So yeah, it looks like I'll be masking off and painting. Where are those things? Oh, they're front suspension. Okay. Here they are. Oh, they look like door hinges or something, but obviously the doors don't open on this. So there they are right there. There's Part 3. And there's part 2 and 3. So those are suspension pieces. And since you can obviously tell which direction they're supposed to go, I can cut those off and paint those. So that won't be a problem. But this is going to be nice. It's going to be nice. It's going to be a kind of a, some people call it a palate cleanser. I don't think it's a palate cleanser for me. It's just food, because I hadn't had anything to eat as far as model car building goes in a while. Like serious, just let's build one and get it finished. So this is going to be nice. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. And don't let me forget this. As always, thank you to hobbynutmodels.com for being such a great supporter of my channel. Also, I forgot about these. They came in after Christmas. And I haven't really, I made a video with Tim, but I haven't made another one since. But anyway, BG, I got his Christmas card about 2 days after Christmas. I made a video before Christmas, and this came afterwards, and I forgot about it until now. I was just over there looking for that sticker and got that. But BG, he draws his own Christmas cards, and he's very talented. I think that is, it reminds me of what a comic book would have looked like, right? The style of drawing, and he does a really neat job. So thank you, BG. And also my friend Ralph from over in Germany. Ralph sent me a package, and I got to make a video on that. But Ralph also, he's in Germany, but I think this card is it is okay. This card is Danish, so it's a Danish Christmas card, and Ralph sent it to me. And Ralph has sent me things in the past. Ralph is I would call him somewhat of a historian when it comes to model car stuff. And the video that I'll make with what he sent me will show you exactly that. Anytime that I have something old and I ask the community for a question about it, he's good to answer. And but anyway, Ralph, thank you. Him and his son Tade over there in Germany. Stadium, Germany, I think's the town that they live in. Stadium, if I'm not mistaken. It looks very beautiful over there. I've seen pictures of him on his bicycle and took pictures. It's just gorgeous over there. I'd love to go see that place one day. I'd love to go see Ralph's model room because I have seen it in pictures. He sent me quite a few pictures, and wow, it's amazing. Looks like a very tedious builder and a very neat workspace. He would probably have a heart attack if he walked into mine. I actually cleaned it up the other night before Tim got here. I was embarrassed. It was just like, I can't even do anything in here sometimes because I let it pile up, and I'm bad like that. I'll get in here and I'll do I'll clean it down to the benches, and it'll be so nice and so neat, and I will bring something in and gets put here or wherever, and then something else gets put on top of that, and then, okay, there's no space here to put anything else, so then I take this other clear space over here, and it's just that way. I go through these cycles. It's like I want it clean and neat, then it starts piling up, and then it drives me crazy too because I'm already have a short attention span, and when there's so much going on in your presence, it makes me very hard to focus, and I have to stay on top of that. But anyway, thanks for the Christmas cards, guys. I appreciate it. I feel like there's another one that I have forgotten about. But I don't see it, so maybe not. Anyway, all right. January the 18th, Hope It Don't Snow show in Spartanburg, South Carolina. I'll be, my plans to be there. You never know what happens between here and there, but my plans are to be there. Me and Heather will be there, and not getting to stay at the host hotel because when I called the rate for the show, they had like a block of rooms. They were all bought up, so I'm just staying down the road. But that's fine. But anyway, that's going to be a fun show. Saturday, I think it's January the 18th. Spartanburg, South Carolina. First time for me going to that show. I've heard a lot about it, but I hope it don't snow. And I'll be 100% honest with you. I don't like cold weather. I know it's going to be cold. It was about 25 degrees here last night. And I know some of you guys that live in the north probably say, 25 degrees. Man, I'll go outside in 25 degrees with a short sleeve shirt on. But have you been in 25 degree weather when it's 90% humidity? It is cold. And it's not just cold. It's bitterly cold. 40 degrees in 90% humidity is cold. It bites you to the core. I had a man at one point, my wife's uncle that lives in Maine. Gosh, Matthew, you're really off track now. I'm trying to close it. I really am. I got to say this. My wife's uncle that lives in Maine. Actually, the girls are up there right now. They went up there to see the Winter Wonderland in Maine, and they're out there, got pictures walking on the lake where they live at, and that's just so cold. There was a man that Larry was in the Air Force, and there was a fella that was from either North Dakota or South Dakota that was a veteran friend of his, and he came to a cookout with Larry one time down here. Larry's from here, anyway, lives in Maine now. And that guy that was from the Dakotas said that it felt colder here than it does in North Dakota or South Dakota, wherever he was from. Now, the temperature doesn't get that cold, but it's the humidity that just goes straight through your clothes. And it's awful. It is. I don't know what it would be like to live in a dry cold. It's still the same temperature. I get that, but the humidity has a huge part to play in it, along with the heat. But it just gets hot as heck down here. And we have the humidity. It might not get, we might see 23 degrees for the lowest low. Usually it doesn't get in the teens, but, it's usually low 20s will be the coldest. We might have that once or twice. But holy moly, it's awful. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. It warmed up today, I think, to 50. It's about 50 right now, and I'm freezing to death. Not in here because I have heat. It's off, but okay, I'm done talking, guys. Thank you so much for all your support. I really appreciate it. I'm sitting here just using my hand like you're watching me. It's so, usually I don't talk with my hands, but for some reason, my hand was just going wild, like pointing and and this and that. You can't see that, but Heather likes to talk with her hands, and I said, can you like not talk with your hands, but I wasn't like telling her not to. I'm just asking her because she like really has to animate it with her hands. And I'm pretty much, I can just sit there and not move my hands at all, but for some reason I'm really getting it right now. All right, so thanks for watching, guys. HobbyNutModels.com, as always, already mentioned him. Go check it out. Mark's a great guy. Go shop over at HobbyNutModels.com. It's always linked in the description of the video. My website, mcvproducts.net. I'm trying to keep adding stuff to it. Just added some small block Chevy headers. Just came across some files that I was able to get permission to, and small block Chevy headers. I got a bunch of big block headers, but I got a set of small block Chevy long tubes. They look really nice. I did have someone recently ask me if I can print just small block Ford long tubes. I do have those. I just got to sit down and get those set up and print those. Different types of headers. Got some Chevy intakes, big block Chevy Edelbrock intake, and some other big block Chevy intakes, or whatever you can get them to fit on. But yeah, new wheel sets coming out. I got some on there right now. I do have a set of right here. I don't think about this stuff because I don't do videos as often anymore. Where are they? Here they are. Got a set of dually wheels. They are like the ones when people have like the 18-wheeler wheels, but then they got them on their dually trucks. This one's not glued, so I just got them stuck together for pictures, and they're coming apart. Anyway, these are like forged or something like that. Got the fronts, and you got the rears. These are glued together, but you know, obviously the center caps are separate. All the 6 wheels are separate, and the tires. And the tires, their Z-Force Model Works stuff, and his stuff is just wonderful. The tires just fall on, and they're great. So you can see there, he has a lip on his wheels, which I love. They're not just a round cylinder, that has a lip. So when you put them in, the wheel size can be a little bit smaller than the tire because the lip's going to catch it, and it goes right in. So got those, and I got some. These are cool right here. I wasn't planning on doing this. I'm sorry. I know that I've extended this out too long. These spoke, there's 2 center caps that go with it. These are the ones that said V8. They're, I think they're 12-inch rears and 8-inch fronts. I think they're 22 rears, 20 fronts, or something like that as far as the diameter. But they're spoke wheels that look like an old school hot rod tire and wheel package, but it also has a different center cap. It's got a little point in the center if you don't want the Ford V8. It's got those. And I got some other stuff, but I don't have it all right here in front of me, so you just have to go check it out, mcvproducts.net. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I appreciate you all, and take care. I'm gonna get some parts cut off and start sanding and painting and gluing. All right, guys, take care.